Mimi Hamisi Mzomba niko na miaka 37 na nisijawahi kulalia godoro maishani mwangu, lakini nashukuru kwa leo nimepata wageni wameniletea mattress. Kwa hivyo nashukuru Mungu, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
Kwa majina naitwa Jimia Abdul Yusuf, mmoja wa wanaojitolea katika shirika hili la Golden Hearts. Tunaelekea katika kijiji kinachoitwa Chakama iliyoko katika kaunti ya Kilifi.
Labda utueleze tunaenda ama mnaenda Chakama kufanya nini?
Kwa nini tuseme sana? Twende tukajionee.
Chakama is a small village comprised of more villages in it. I think about 30 to 40 villages. It's about 60 kilometers from Malindi town, a very rural area. As any other village, it's a village with the less privileged people, needy cases. How I came to know about it is through some colleagues who've been there, some who are already living there. So at first I just went for a brief visit after I was told that there's a... Actually I went there because of health issues. I wanted to go see what health issues they had. But after that things just changed and we do anything and everything we can for the villagers who are there. When it comes to food, health-wise, education-wise, whatever we can assist them with, we go ahead and do it. Sometimes, I think last year during Ramadan, we got so many people started reverting to Islam. Before that, there were people reverting, but it was just in small numbers. Then last year, 2020, that is, I think, during Ramadan, we had like over 200 people reverting to Islam in the 1 month of Ramadan, which became a bit of an issue because these people are fasting. They've reverted to Islam, they're fasting, there's no food for them. There's no iftar, there's no suhoor for them. That's why we came in so actively, specifically in the revert side, to see how we can assist them, clothes, food-wise, taking them to madrasas and trying to see how we can empower them in whatever way we can. This year Ramadan, the same thing happened. So many people reverted to Islam as well. And between last year Ramadan and this year Ramadan, I think we've gotten, if not 400, maybe 500 Muslims so far living in Chakama village. I remember last year Ramadan we went to one village called Benzaro. It was just a small thing to do. We were taking clothes to them, not even food. We had a bit of food, but then it was more of clothes. We reached there, we were arranging the stuff, then coming out to call whoever had reverted to Islam to come in and get clothes and the little food we had. We had a big number of people, like 40 of them, reverting. We actually had the privilege of reverting these brothers and sisters to Islam. It was so emotional, so overwhelming for us. But alhamdulillah, so far, so good. We've managed well.
Nakuja hapa, nikija hapa msikitini ndo kwa muda, hata muda haukuenda mwingi, nikatembelea, nikaambiwa na ustadi kuwa kutakuja wageni lakini tutatembeza kwako. Wageni walipokuja kweli, nikapigiwa simu, nikaja nikashikana na hao wageni nikawatembeza kule kwangu. Wakaenda wakaangalia ile hali vile vinyiko, halafu wakarudi wakasema watakuja.
We came to know of the living conditions of Hamisi during Ramadan. We had gone for a food distribution program, as what we've been doing during Ramadan, and some of our colleagues delayed to arrive. They were traveling from Mombasa, and then while we were seated there, we were just like, could you show us anybody who is in need of something, assistance from us? And actually we're just like 4 of us who were there with our host, and he was like, there is a family that I think you need to see. We're like, well, take us there. Since you're waiting for the team, let's just go. We thought it was somewhere near. In our lands there, when you ask for a place, you're told ni haha, meaning ni hapa. It's somewhere near, but we walked 3 kilometers to reach wherever they were staying, and I honestly cannot say how I felt when I saw their house. It was just, I got speechless for a few minutes. I was just wondering, I'm seeing kids, like 7 children there, the parents, and I'm looking at, they're telling me, this is where we're living, and I'm like, you sure? And then they're like, yes, this is where we're living. And I was like, okay. We were 4 of us, as I said earlier, 1 guy and 3 ladies, and the guy almost broke down into tears. It was just too emotional. We took photos, we took videos. They had 2 makeshift structures. I would say makeshift because those they're calling them rooms, but to me those are not even rooms. One of them was just sticks, logs. There's nothing covering it. And then one at least had a bit of mud around it and a makeshift bed where it was just logs and I don't know, was it a piece of wood or something on top and grasses on top of it, and that's where the kids were sleeping. There's 7 children between I think 2.5 years to 16 years there. I didn't know how to feel because that place was in the middle of the bush. Aren't there any wild animals here? There's snakes, there are wild animals, because you could see footprints of animals while we were going there. You could see like there's some way where could be snakes passing, and there's no one near them. You know, where we parked the car, that was 3 kilometers away from them. That was where the last house was, from where the other villages were. And I just couldn't comprehend. I couldn't put it in my mind. How are these people living? They had 2 sufurias. I didn't see any cup. I couldn't see any plate. In a very thorny, bushy area, hard ground. It was just a bit scary. It was too hot. 10 a.m. The sun was like it's just above my head. If it was not Ramadan, I think the first thing I would have asked for was water. It was just too tiring, too overwhelming. I felt like I was drained, almost breaking out fast. If you didn't have subra, subhanallah, I think we would have eaten that day.
Kiangalia huku nje naona hakuna mtu mwingine anaishi, ni kama msitu. Hakuna wanyama?
Wanyama wako pori. Mwanzo kuna season wao kuna kuja ndovu. Hata wamekuja 3 usiku wametoka na hapa. Sasa wakawa wanabuka na ujibwa kuwapiga tochi hivi ndo wakapisha kidogo wakapita wakaenda hivi. Hata singe kujitetea, maana niko na watoto hapa alafu sina tegeti wote wa kujitetea. Hata ni Mungu tu ndo amesaidia. Wengine nimekujengiliwa, nilikuwa nafuga kuku. Analala hapa chini ya hiki kitanda. Sasa usiku nasikia wameshtuliwa. Kupiga tochi hivi. Kuna nyoka mkubwa ameingia hapa. Nyoka mkubwa sana yani.
Size gani labda?
Size kama hii hapa.
Hii?
Basi ama wagonga waine wametoka mbio na hapa wakaenda wakufia nje, lakini hao wengine walikuwa wako hapo chini wadogo, ama wakula wote yani.
Na watoto wamelala hapa chini.
Sasa kule kutetemeka hata sikuweza kumuua yule mnyama, maana yake kushtuka kwa usingizi kupiga tochi, ndio nikamwona tayari alikuwa yuko imara. Sasa alikuwa ameshikiliwa na hawa nyama, ndio tukaanza kufuta hawa watoto mmoja mmoja, tukawatoa nje. Tukawatoa nje pale mpaka mama yao naye akatoka. Basi nikabaki na huyu mnyama, nikamshtua hata tukaweza, mwisho akatoka na hapa akaanguka huko nje. Huyo akaenda kuingia kwa fence kabisa.
Sasa wewe ukilala hapa huko na hofu labda siku nyingine atarudi ama mnyama mwingine, ama ni vile utafanya nini sasa hata ukiona hofu?
Ni hivyo sasa, kwa sababu sasa niko wasiwasi, sina mahali pengine pa kwenda, ni hapa. Inabidi nijimudu hivyo.
We're like, we need to get this family out of here. How we're going to do that, we had to come and discuss with my friends and family and everybody who I normally do projects with, and come up with an idea and look for what we can do for this family, improve their life standards. First person I talked to from there was Jimia. I call her my sister from another mother, who we do all our projects together, alhamdulillah.
When Salma approached me about the family in Chakama and how they are living, their house, the kind of place that they are living in, came up with an idea of building them a decent shelter so that they can be comfortable, because the kind of living conditions they were in, it wasn't a nice place actually for any human being.
So immediately we opened a pay bill account and started fundraising for this family. We got somebody to give us a quotation of different houses, like different makes and how to do it. And we came to an estimate of about 500,000-600,000 shillings.
The first time we decided doing the fund drive, it was during the period of Ramadan. To be sincere, it wasn't that tough in raising funds, because many people or many Muslims are generous in the month of Ramadan. So it wasn't that difficult in raising the funds.
And it being the month of Ramadan, alhamdulillah, we managed to raise the amount we needed. The first about 50,000 shillings that we raised in like a day, we bought land for this family somewhere near the community, near other people, other villagers, near a school for these children.
As funds were being collected, the project was also at the back of the scene, was also ongoing, from digging of the foundation, and when the pictures were being sent of how the project was going, it was a joyful moment actually. Like we couldn't believe within a period of 1 month this project was going to start. It was a joyful moment seeing the step-by-step construction.
It was the last few days of Ramadan, construction started. And yeah, alhamdulillah, we managed to do the 3-bedroom house, kitchen and a bathroom for them. Something very different, something myself, I felt overwhelmed, emotional. It's a dream come true for me to do such a thing. I think it was a dream for them. At first we didn't even want to tell them that we're doing this for you, but eventually we had to do that. We had to tell them that we are trying to raise funds and move you from wherever you are to somewhere better.
The first time I saw the house was from the pictures that were sent by the person who was in charge of construction. I couldn't believe. Actually, I didn't know that's how the house was going to look, because the first time it was just a sketch on a drawing book, but the pictures that were sent, the house is complete, from the kitchen, the toilet, and the 3 rooms. It was actually, I was in disbelief.
Okay, I wasn't the one who told them, who talked to them the first time. It was my colleague who is in Chakama, who lives in Chakama. And at first I'm told they didn't believe it until they went on ground and they're like, this is our land. Because wherever they were living, it's not theirs. So they're like, this is ours. They're like, yes, this is yours. And there was a point when when we had got people to clear the bush, actually the parents came in. Missy and his wife came in and helped in clearing the bush. We had people who are like, will call and say, is this a legit thing you're doing? Asking, are you sure 500,000 is enough for you? What do you want to do with the 500? Who builds a house with 500,000 shillings? You know, it wasn't making sense to some people. But Alhamdulillah, some people were so open-minded, some were willing. We got people who donated cement, we got people who donated building blocks, we got people who donated sand, building sand and all that.
After the house was complete, it was now time for the family to be moved in their new shelter. But there were no beddings, there were not actually a bed, there was no mattress, because where they used to live, they used to sleep in rugs and sacks. That's where they used to sleep. And they used to collect grass, pile them, and just make those were their beddings. So we couldn't shift them to the house and they sleep on the rugs. We had to make it a bit decent for them. So we decided to collect funds or in-kind donations from bed sheets, curtains, utensils, beds. So it was kind of challenging collecting funds to buy the beds, because it was some months after Ramadan. That spirit of generosity has gone down.
We were supposed to move them from where they're staying to a better place. Knowing where they were staying, they had nothing literally. So why are we giving people a house with nothing else inside? How are they going to stay inside that house? So we came up with the idea with Jamia, like we try and raise funds or collect what people are ready to donate, and try and furnish the house for them. And Alhamdulillah, we did what we could. We collected what we could. And Alhamdulillah.
Few people donated towards that, collecting funds for furnishing the house. Others donated utensils. Others donated mattress, other curtains, other bed sheets. Now we were stuck on the bed. So we tried as much as we can to collect funds for the bed, but as time was going by, the family was still in the bush. So it wasn't fair, the weather was changing. So we decided, let's buy, since we are not getting funds for the bed, or no one is bringing an in-kind donation in form of a bed, we decided to buy a PVC carpet, and that was it. So laying a PVC carpet and a mattress, that was better than how they used to live. And that's how we decided to move them in.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah, all praises to Allah, Alhamdulillah.
Mama, ile itwaje?
Carpet.
Labda kwa maisha yako tangu uzaliwe umekuwa na carpet ngapi kwa nyumba?
Sijakuwa na carpet yoyote.
Tangu uzaliwe?
Bado.
Hii ndio ya kwanza.
Thought about all the things you have given to me. I never thanked you once. I was too proud to see.
Hamisi mjomba, unajisikiaje leo?
Leo nasikia furaha sana.
Furaha kiasi gani?
Furaha hata ina kiwango yani. Kabisa. Nimeshukuru Mungu sana. Maanake wanaletea malazi, makapeti, hata nguo, mavazi pia. Chakula, nashukuru Mungu sana.
Kwa maisha yako ushalalia godoro siku nyingine?
Alikuwa bado, siwezi sema urongo.
Kuna miaka mingapi?
Mimi niko na 37.
Kwa miaka 37, 37 years hujawahi lalia godoro kwa maisha yako?
Bado.
Leo ndio siku ya kwanza?
Leo ndio siku ya kwanza.
Unajihisi vipi?
Nasikia raha sana. Naomba njoo tu izimwe kwa saa hii yani kwa usiku nilale. Nilale.
Through all my years I've been lost. You guided me from all the ways that were wrong. Indeed you gave me hope.
Mwana chupa chenu kiko kismart, si ndio? Alafu nyinyi wasichana si mtahakikishanga kisafi, si ndio? Sasa tuweke beddings, vitu vya kulalia. Hiyo yako sasa. Kwa bonge la smile, wasikiaje? Wewe ndio utakuwa katikati. Liwekele. Lionje. Hapo! Sofia, chonjo na yako hapo.
All praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. All praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. I was so far from you, yet to me you were always so.
Vitu vyote hii nyumba yote hizi ndio vipenye uko nazo? Hizi ndio gunia mnalalia? Watoto wako wavulana, wasichana, wewe uko unalalia gani sasa? Hii ndio yako? Sasa umelalia hii gunia kwa muda gani? Kwa miaka mingapi? Miaka mingi. Labda ukisema kama miaka mingapi?
Sana kama 12.
Mattress yake. Hawa huyu analala hapa, huyu atalala huku. Alafu hii shuka yao akisikia baridi mwafinika. Si ndio? Nani wa frum frum?
Ndio huyo.
Aitwa nani? Arafati hiyo.
Somebody who is 37 years and had never slept on a mattress. People who are outside there, who have a bed in the shelter of our head, should be really thankful for what we have. The last born was another case where, I don't know, I almost broke down when she started crying because we put her on a mattress. That's something. When you tell somebody, nobody will believe you until you say it in person. Honestly, alhamdulillah, for what we have. I'm really, really thankful for what I have. Though we complain, I don't think we need to complain with what we have. We need to be contented with what we have as Muslims. People out there really suffering.
17 years that the family have been together, the kind of items that they had as their wealth, it was really devastating, seeing how we usually complain, I don't have this, I don't have that, but they were really contented with the kind of wealth that they had. Actually, to some of us, we could see them as garbage, but to them that was their wealth that they have.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ara'aita alladhi yukadhibu bid-din fadhalika alladhi yaduhu al-yatim.
Licha ya kuwa unaishia maisha ulikuwa na matumaini, lazima unang'ang'ana. Mbona unang'ang'ana? Kwa sababu watu wengi labda wakiishi maisha kama haya wajali hata watoto kusoma. Mbona wewe ulikuwa unang'ang'ana watoto wako wasome?
Nilikuwa na matumaini labda pengine mtoto anaweza soma akapasi akaja akanibadilisha kimaisha. Kama hizo, kwa sababu shughuli yangu basi ni hiyo ya makata.
Lakini haukuwa umekata tamaa?
Nilikuwa sijakata tamaa.
As we're living, big lesson is we need to be contented with what we have. Really contented. At least even if you have one meal in a day and you have a roof over your head, even if it's just iron sheets and surrounded by iron sheets, or say alhamdulillah, somebody out there sleeping under a tree. To those of our brothers and sisters who've made this dream come true, may Allah bless you abundantly and give you more to help more people out there.
As we are leaving the village Chakama, after shifting the family in their new house with their new items, it was kind of a relief. We said, alhamdulillah, finally the project is completed. The family today, they are going to sleep in a way that they have never done. For the kids since they were born, that was the best feeling ever. Personally, I'm actually a tenant. I'm a tenant, I'm paying rent from where I am. I don't own a house, but alhamdulillah, seeing another family uplifted from poverty or from where they used to be, it's actually a joyful moment. Because what I believe is, okay, we've helped them have a shelter, but doing that khairat, I believe that I'm building myself a permanent house in Jannah.
Nasikia raha sana kumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu.
Utaamka kweli kesho?
Nitaamka nashukuru sana. Naombea wazidi kubarikiwa ili wasirudi nyuma, wazidi kupata mafanikio mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu.